Let's take a dive into the 1 hour chart. So what happened last week? Last week we had Nvidia earnings right here. And then we had a change in the state of delivery, right? So this candle changed the state of delivery. It immediately rebalanced, giving you a long entry. Took out these highs, these relative equal highs here, took out these highs, took out these highs, took out these highs. And then on Friday, it took out previous week's highs, making all-time highs, right? So it took out this all-time high right there. Now, we came down overnight, and price decided to take out previous day lows and came back up. Now, if you drill down into the 15-minute chart, one could say that we're in a market maker sell model, but if you look at the overall picture, we were in a market maker sell model, and with this change in the state of delivery, we have now shifted into a market maker buy model. Now here, I'm not too sure like what could happen, so I'm thinking that we are still in a market maker buy model because we had a change in the state of delivery here after it took out a pretty significant low, right? So I'm actually expecting price to head up and take out previous day's highs. The reason why I think that is because Asia low consolidated a bit. It moved about 30 handles ish. London high did not take it didn't manipulate Asia session, right? So London high was taken before New York open. If you look here, London high was taken before New York open. So normally when this happens, New York AM session manipulates, so it can manipulate down to take out these lows and then send price up higher, or it can just send price up to previous day's highs and then send price down lower. But I'm gonna try to be patient today. I'm gonna try to just look for 8+ setups and really try to trim down the amount of trades that I do take. Now, I am going to be trading the 50K Apex funded account, and I am also going to trade the one Topstep 100K funded account that I have. Man, I definitely was not patient. I should have definitely been patient. And this is what I'm exactly talking about. I should have known that this was manipulation. I even said it. I wasn't patient. I need to trust myself. And then I entered a long over here, got stopped out. I didn't take profits, and now I'm entering a short. I entered a short here when I should have waited, but yeah, these are the mistakes that I've been making. But I do believe that this could be a breaker. Manipulation leg, breaker entry, fair value gap, sending price down. So that's what we're going to be looking for. If it does send price down, I'm thinking that it'll hit these relative equal lows here. Potentially hit Asia low. Now, if I took the fib from this manipulation leg, 930, then the 2.5 fib is in line with this area. So I am pretty confident about it. I'm not confident in my entry and how I entered. I still need to work on that, but we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted about this position. There's also the silver bullet hour. So this is a silver bullet entry, fair value gap, right there. Silver bullet entry right here, 1007, 1005, this fair value gap. So hopefully I'm on the right side of the trade. And by the way, this is not my Apex funded account. This is my Topstep account. Sorry about the confusion, y'all. All right, today was a day full of errors. And when I say errors, the errors started with the Apex funded account using the trade copier, and that thing is messing me up, let me tell you. But before I tell you, I want to go over the Topstep 100K funded account. I want to give you all an update on where I am with this. I'm done trading that account. And I'm not too happy with it because I was scalping. I ended up scalping because the market conditions were really bad. I know I'm just making excuses at this point, but I saw opportunities to trade, and I realized that the market conditions weren't great for it to go and hit my take profits and all of that. It just wasn't. It just wasn't great for me to take those long trades. I ended up just entering positions on where I thought would be good and taking profits as I went along, like 1 to 1 or 1.5 to 1 or even 2 to 1. So yeah, that's just been what's going on today with the trading, just taking small wins as they're going along. In hindsight, I should have just waited and I shouldn't have taken those small scalping positions, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm okay with today's performance on my Topstep funded account. What I'm not happy about is the lack of patience and the lack of discipline. I did lose more than 2 on the daily max that I'm allowed to, but I was able to manage my risk pretty well with the new risk parameters for my Topstep traded account. So on my Topstep funded account, I'm risking about like close to in between 0.3 and 0.4% if I'm going to be risking $375 per position. So that's why I'm trading minis, where I'm okay with the $375 loss. And I think the spread for my stop loss is large enough where I can adjust it if my max loss per position is going to be 500, right? So that's my mindset. So I am trading 1 mini on my Topstep funded account. This is the trade summary for my Topstep funded account. I did $605.20, which is pretty good. I did overtrade, like I said, 26 trades, 13 winning trades, 13 losing trades. Largest losing trade was 375, and like I said, I was scalping today. So my net liquidity is now in 141 drawdown. So I'm getting close to bringing it back to even. My executions were not documented properly. So what happened was when I was recording, I thought I was recording and then it kind of just stopped. And there were some audio issues that I was having. It just wasn't a really good day. So I'm just going to show you all my executions for this. And it's going to look really crazy because I was scalping. And I'm not proud of it, but I had to do what I had to do, right? So this is it. I'd rather take a couple trades with a larger risk to reward than this because I was stressed out. All right, so this is my Topstep account, and I'm going to be showing you all my Apex funded account shortly. All right, so basically with my Apex funded accounts, these are my 4 funded accounts that I was trading with on Friday. These are now gone. Basically, using the trade copier messed me up. I wasn't used to using the trade copier, and what I should have done was make sure that everything was set up correctly and everything. So it's definitely my error. I mean, there were trades that were triggered because I forgot to cancel orders. I entered 8 micro contracts on one account, thinking that I had distributed it to the other accounts evenly. So basically two micro contracts each, but the trade copier wasn't on. So one account, it was just really bad. So instead of losing $40 on that account, or maybe like $30 or $40, I can't remember. I basically lost like $400 or $500 on that. I know my math is probably not adding up right. I mean, there's just a lot of things that went wrong today. Even the recordings didn't record correctly. The audio was messed up. So like, it's just today was just full of technical errors, full of logistical errors that shouldn't have happened. I should have been more aware and more focused on all of that. But because of everything that had happened, my mind was not in the right place, and when I realized that that orders were triggered when they went, because I forgot to close out the orders, it just put me on tilt. My mindset wasn't right, but you know what? It's fine. I'm learning how to get used to using a trade copier. I think moving forward, I'm probably going to use a trade copier on 2 accounts, not all 4 at the same time, so that I can spread out my risk more. Or maybe just simply just trade on 1 account at a time so that I don't blow all the accounts at once, right? So, I mean, those are just suggestions that some of you all have stated in the comments, which I am definitely taking into consideration. And I need to go back and test all of the other failed trades that I did enter and see why it failed. Now, I want to go back into the charts, and I want to go back to this trade right here that I took in the morning that failed. The reason why this failed is because the 9:30 open from 9:25 to 9:30, this was the turtle soup. This was a manipulation leg, right? And even though in the beginning of the video I stated that New York AM session will manipulate, I thought this would have been just a manipulation. And I saw this leg push up, and I said, oh, it's definitely going to go to these highs. I see PM high and lunch high, and I was almost 100% certain that it would go, which is why I entered a limit order, 1 contract long. And it went up here. I was in profit like $500, and I didn't take it. I wanted to take it up here, and I should have taken it, but it's fine. And it came down, hit my stop loss, and I realized that this was the manipulation leg, and I took a fib from here to here, and I thought that price was going to come down and hit the 2 fib, which was in line with London lows. So that's when I took this short here in this fair value gap right here. Let me delete this. That's why I took this short here in this fair value gap, and I got stopped out basically up here. Yeah, I'm just really bad at being patient, and I'm just really bad at my discipline. However, I am getting better. These are the things that I'm learning that I need to first off, I need to trust my analysis. And when I say that I believe that New York AM session would manipulate, I shouldn't have entered trades. And that's where the discipline, the patience comes in, right? Because I knew that it was going to manipulate. I knew price action was going to be crap. But if I just had these two, then I wouldn't have had all those losses on my Topstep account. And I wouldn't have blown my 4 funded Apex accounts. I still have 1 funded account that I'm going to be trading once it gets activated. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so they just emailed me. I need a sign for that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that sign so that it gets activated so I can trade that 1 Apex funded account. The other failed accounts that I have, I'm gonna wait a month for it to reset at the $37 reset price for 50K, and then I'm going to slowly build my way back up into multiple funded accounts so that I can trade using the trade copier, and then build my way up to 20 funded accounts. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to track my 100K Topstep account. I'm going to continue to track my 1 funded account for Apex, and there's going to be 2 separate segments in one episode, right? 1, growing my Topstep funded account and following this plan, which I'm doing a really bad job on because I'm trading minis and not micros. And then the other challenge for me is going to be growing my 1 funded Topstep account into having 20, and then using a trade copier trading 20 funded Apex accounts. All right, so that's going to be moving forward. Thank you so much for watching. If y'all like this video, please leave comments. I read all of your comments, and I try to respond to every single one of them. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and join me on my journey. If you wanted to take advantage of the 80% off for Apex funded accounts, then click in the link in the description below. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye. Just kidding, I'm not gone yet. I traded my last funded account on Apex, and I was able to do $503.30. I took 7 trades total, 0 losing trades. Not bad, not bad at all. For my Topstep funded account, I did 605 trades right here. I still need to put in my journal entry. And then if I add in my my Apex funded account, I did a total of 1.1K today. I'm not going to calculate those blown funded accounts because of all the errors and stuff like that. I'm learning how to use a trade copier, and it just completely messed me up. So I'm starting over. I'm starting over with Apex. I have one funded account. I'm going to be tracking that, like I said earlier. I'm going to be growing the Apex funded accounts from 1 to 20. So that's going to be the next challenge. All right. Now let's go to the executions on the chart for the Apex funded account. So for this Apex funded account, I was basically scalping. Okay, so there was no rhyme and reason for me to enter this. I could have lost this all, and I could have been down $300 because I was basically risking $100 a position, and I was targeting this volume imbalance here. I saw this, and I saw momentum moving up into this volume imbalance, which is why I took this scalp. And I do not recommend you do this because this is pretty much gambling. Okay, and I could have easily blown this account as well if I didn't manage my emotions. But I was ready to just cut this trade off. If this didn't work, then I was ready to just turn off my computer. But it did work. After I hit that volume imbalance, I took a short at this candle here, and I wrote it down to here. And then from here, I saw this order block here with the fair value gap, along with a divergence on the William % R. So I took 2 contracts, and I sold one here and I sold one here for a quick, I think those were both $100 gains. And then over here I took another maybe $50 or something. I don't even remember. But when I took this trade, I realized that I was over trading and I should just be done. So I just took profits at $50 or something like that. And that resulted in this $503 for the day. And I need to log in my journal entry. So yeah, I'm out for real now. Peace.